George Harrison was an interesting guy. He was known as the Quiet Beatle because he stayed quiet in most interviews, and in the live performances, this was his face most of the time. But as soon as the Beatles broke up, everything changed. It turns out the Quiet Beatle had a lot to say.
Yoko sat in that very chair.
As a lot of you probably know, the early 70s were by far the lowest point for the relationship of the Beatles, and even though John was the one who left the band, Paul was the one who made it public, suing the others in the process. There were many reasons for this, but the main one was a man named Alan Klein, also known as McCartney's #1 enemy. When he sued Apple to get out of his contract, Klein encouraged the rest of the band to countersue McCartney, resulting in bricks being thrown and songs being written. And this is when we saw prime George Harrison going on interviews talking about how he felt ignored when he was in the band, and even writing songs that more or less narrate the whole thing. And Sue Me, Sue You Blues was one of those songs, released on his 1973 album, Living in the Material World. The song belongs to a long list of songs about his problems with the Beatles, like Wah Wah, Not Guilty, and I'm Mine, proving that no one was happier about the dissolution of the band than good old Georgie. Now, we all know that the boys got it together after all of their issues, even reuniting to create the Anthology project in the 90s. But even if you are the biggest fan, it's undeniable that seeing the boys beef each other so publicly was nothing short of entertaining.
You know, the Beatles, we had great fun, and then we had great pain and misery together, and we had a lot of problems. As everybody knows, we went up and down and round and round. And at this stage of my life, I can look back on it and really remember the good things about it. That song is really in celebration of the good side of it.